Hello everybody, it's Maikito. I hope everybody's having a good day. And it's had a good day so far. We have a big slate when it comes to the Europa League games and the Conference League games. But even though it's a big slate, I usually don't have that many picks for these games. They don't have most of the props up. They only have like Goblin plays and stuff like that. Mainly because a lot of these games are bigger teams playing smaller teams. Or just, I guess, I'm not going to say niche teams, but teams in which there's not that much data for, so they usually don't add these lines. So I don't have that many picks. I have 2 player prop picks for now. If I have any added plays, they will be in the pinned comment. Probably not tonight. It would be tomorrow, about an hour to 30 minutes before a game starts. That way I know for sure who's gonna start. Someone might play in a different position, stuff like that. I was mentioning in the other videos. And then also quickly before I get into the rest of the video, there won't be a video tomorrow. I know there's gonna be a couple of games on Friday for just league play in general, but obviously tomorrow's Thanksgiving, so I'm gonna be spending it with friends and family. And also in general, I'm not gonna be home at all. I'm gonna be out of town, so don't expect a video tomorrow. I'm not gonna be posting tomorrow, but I should hopefully be back and posting a video Friday for a Saturday slate. So again, no video tomorrow very likely. I should have one for Friday for Saturday, but I hope everybody has a good Thanksgiving, whether you're gonna be spending it with a lot of friends and family, whether you're spending with 1 or 2 people, whether it's by yourself, no matter what it might be. I hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving. But I'll get straight into my player prop picks. The first play that I found that I like is a safer play, and that's Marco Arnautovic to go higher than 1.5 shots at home for Red Star Belgrade, going up against FCSB. He's averaging 3.41 shots per 90 in his domestic league, and in the Europa League, in the Europa League, he's averaging 2.56 shots per 90, so he's averaging over 2. He's gone over in 2 of 4 games so far, but one of the misses in which he went under, he got injured and got subbed out after 37 minutes. He still had 1 shot in that game against Braga, so if he would have played the full game, even just playing until like 70-80 minutes, he would have got that second shot. And then the game in which he did go under, the second game, was he had 1 shot as well, away from home to Porto, which was a tough matchup. But now he's at home, and he has a much better matchup against FCSB. If you look at the games in which they've allowed, the amount of shots they've allowed to opponents in the Europa League so far, Basel took 23 shots, but FCSB did have a red card after 12 minutes. So, I mean, it did take a little more shots than they usually would have. They gave 21 shots to Bologna, 16 to Young Boys, and 17 to the go-ahead Eagles. So they've allowed a lot of shots. I expect the same thing for Red Star. They will have those opportunities to get those shots, and I expect at least 2 from Arnautovic. Red Star are surprisingly, as of now, 1 spot before the playoff spot. So they've been playing decently well. I believe they have 1 win, 1 loss, and 2 draws. So if you look at the games at home in which they've taken shots, they took 11 shots against Lille and 16 shots against Celtic. He's 6'4". He's a big body. He gets a lot of his shots as well from headers, whether it's crossing the ball, whether it's from set pieces. He's a big body that can get those shots as well. He's also their penalty taker, so he will take those if they get them. And FCSB fell the 8th most on average per game in the Europa League and have already given up 1 penalty. And at 1.5, I like the line and the matchup at home. Marco Arnautovic to go higher than 1.5 shots. But before I get into my second player prop, as always, I would really appreciate it if everybody liked the video and commented as well. It takes just a second. It's a great way to support the channel, whether it's just showing your support, putting something random, or whether it's asking questions, because I know a lot of y'all that watch these videos and make the plays do it because I'm the one posting them, not necessarily because you watch soccer. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, turn on notifications so you're notified when these videos do go out. I also do let y'all know in my Discord as well. It is not a premium. I do not hide any pics. All my link for Discord and everything is in the description as well. I don't hide anything. You can get all my pics for free on the YouTube and in the pinned comment. I notify y'all there when I post, when I'm not going to post, if I have added plays, anything like that. And it's also just a great community with a lot of knowledgeable people that post their own plays on all sports, not just on soccer. Link for that there. The only form of premium that I have is my YouTube membership, which is linked as well. Or there should be a join button, then the subscribe button. It's just for those that want to support the channel a little more, and you do get the content out earlier. So if you're not a member, those that are already got the video and the pics for everybody else. So I really want to thank anybody, and everybody supports me in any way. But I do have a second player prop, and that's Alexander Nubel to go higher than 2 saves away from home for Stuttgart, going up against the go-ahead Eagles. It's a good line for an away keeper in general, regardless of the matchup, honestly. but he still has a decent matchup here against the Eagles. The line suggests, obviously, since the line is at 2.0 away from home, and just looking at the odds, suggests that Stuttgart are the favorites in this game, pretty heavy favorites, and will get the lead. And I agree, Stuttgart should get the lead in this game. They probably will win, which just means in general that Stuttgart should give up more possession once they give up that lead, which means more chances for the Eagles to get those shots. So I guess you can call it counterintuitive, whatever you might call it. Just in general, yes, Stuttgart is the favorites, but if they take the lead, the other team will get more chances. And it's not like Stuttgart's a great defensive team or anything like that. In the Bundesliga, they go from allowing 11.8 shots at home to 13 away, which is a little below average. And the Europa League games that they've played so far, they gave up 19 shots, 7 of them being on target, and only 30, and 2 Fenerbahce, with Fenerbahce only having 35% of the ball. And then they gave up 12 shots, 4 of them being on target, and gave Basel 35% possession in those games. So they dominated possession, still gave up shots and shots on target. That's how the go-ahead Eagles like to play anyways. He's had 2+ saves and 9 out of 10 games away from home so far this season. One of them wasn't him, it was a different keeper, but just in general, away keepers for Stuttgart has had 2+ in 9 out of 10 games. So only one game he wasn't able to. Both games in the Europa League, and 7 out of 8 domestically, which the only game in which he didn't get 2+ saves was the very first game of the season, if I'm not mistaken, in the league. So even then, that's been 9 straight away games for Stuttgart in which the keeper has had 2+ saves. And I just feel like in general, they're underestimating this Eagles team at home. At 2.0, good line away from home. So like Alexander Nubel to go higher than 2 saves. Thank you everybody for watching. I will quickly go over last video's picks. It was a 1-in-1 day. I did have a third play. It was an added play, and it was a keeper to go over on saves, but he did push with 2, so I guess that one cancels out. Better than lost. And then when it comes to the 2 plays that I had in the video, the Lunin play hit over 1.5 saves. That hit by the first half. If you took his normal line at 2.5, that play hit as well. And then we did have Bukayo Saka over 2.5 attempted dribbles. He had 1 dribble, and he got subbed out like 60-something minutes in, and it was still a tie game at that point. So I'm not sure why they subbed him out. He always plays full minutes in these big games. Guess it was just unfortunate. I guess bad luck. He should have played the full game. I was pretty confident he was gonna go over. If I'm not mistaken, he got an assist in that first goal, so there's no reason to sub him out. But hey, it ended up working out for Arsenal as a team, because Arsenal went on and took the lead and won that game. So still, just on paper, didn't make sense. Bad for us, but I guess good for Arsenal. But in general, we just have been on a good run player prop wise, so hopefully we can continue that going into the Europa game. I do anticipate at least having 1 or 2 added plays, just because the games are in the afternoon, so I should have time to take a look at the games when the lineups are out and have any plays, which I mentioned. If I did have added plays, they will be in the pinned comment or in linked in the description. Obviously, as always, I do have my link for Outlier. You get a 7-day free trial. No reason not to try it for not just soccer games, which are going to be the weekend games, but also for NBA, NFL, college basketball, whatever it might be. Great resource app, so check that out. But other than that, I hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving. I hope everybody has a good night, a good day, and we can cash out tomorrow.